Alright, Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises and honor to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone. And honors to you brothers out there diligently pushing this truth and sincerity. And what you are seeing up on your screen right now is pretty much the backlash of these devils being disgruntled about, the truth being brought out about us being the Hebrew Israelites and who we are as a people. And as you can see in that title, they have this term for discreditment, which is the black Hebrew Israelites, when pretty much, we bring out the truth according to the Bible that, the Israelites were always dark-skinned people, contrary to popular belief of the so-called white man being the chosen people of the Lord, which was basically push, just to hide who we were as a people. So that I'm gonna go to, dictionary.com for the word black, and in definition 17, they have deliberately false or intentionally misleading or black propaganda. So that's basically the title that they would try to sway you to believe, as far as with the whole title of the black Hebrew Israelites, So with that, here's the first scripture. Here's John 8:44. Ye are, this is Yahweh Shai speaking, and it says, ye are of your father the devil, and which the word devil means deceiver, because that is essentially what the so-called white man is, a deceiver of the planet Earth. And the lust of your father ye will do. And this was Yahweh Shai speaking to the scribes and Pharisees who didn't want to believe the truth that he was the anointed, and wanted to uphold, basically the Roman Empire at that time. And 2/3 of our people are also of their father the devil, that basically would like to, side with these devils, mainly GOCC, who says that Edomites can make it, and if you watch this video, they do give mention to that, as far as these bootleg Israelite camps. But anyway, continuing on. He was a murderer from the beginning, and abode not in the truth, because there is no truth in him. When he speaketh a lie, he speaketh of his own, for he is a liar and the father of it. Right, because in order to lie, you have to know the truth, and pretty much these devils know, or the elites of these devils know that we are the true Israelites according to the prophecy of the Bible, and the only thing that's left to do is for them to discredit it, which was already prophesied. So this is Psalms 83. I'm gonna start at 1. It says, keep not thou silence, O power, hold not thy peace, and be not still, O power. For lo, thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up the head. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones. They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of Israel may be no more remembrance. So the fact of the matter is, as far as our people going into hardcore captivity, these devils took it upon themselves with these other nations to hide the fact that we're the Israelites of the Bible, we're the Most High's chosen people. But now that this truth through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going into full circulation, you're seeing all types of Israelite camps all over the world pushing this truth. There's no way these devils can stop it. So their only thing is to basically come against it by trying to demonize us. But there's really not anything that they can really do about it. And we're not out there for the masses of our people who are still asleep, or who are basically dead, so to speak, dead spiritually, to really receive this truth. So it's no matter if 2/3 of our people may believe what they say because it's really to no avail. But we're out here for the edification of the elect, and 1/3 that is going to receive the truth and come to the acknowledgement of who they really are, which is the Hebrew Israelites, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. So with that, this is Hosea chapter 1, verse 10. Actually I'll start at verse 10. Yet the number of the children of Israel shall be as the sand of the sea, which cannot be measured nor numbered. And it shall come to pass that in the place where it is said unto them, Ye are not my people, there it shall be said unto them, Ye are the sons of the living power. Right, so, as is being declared through the so-called white man, that pretty much is put out there that we're Gentiles or that we're African Americans or Native Indians or such. They're basically in a roundabout way saying that we're not the chosen people of the Lord. But through the spirit and power of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, this truth is coming back to the chosen of our nation to know that we are in fact the sons of the living power. Then shall the children of Judah, which is the southern kingdom, which is, Judah, Benjamin, and Levi, which are comprised of, you so-called Negroes, West Indians, and Haitians, and the children of Israel, which would be, you Latin tribes, from Ephraim, which is you so-called Puerto Ricans, so-called Mexicans, and so forth, shall be gathered together and appoint themselves one head, and they shall come up out of the land. What land is that talking about? The land of America, the land of our captivity, where this devil basically took over and put you Israelites under subjection. For great shall be the day of Yezreel. Now, I'm going to go into this definition of Yezreel or Jezreel real quick, because the blue letter kind of be going off on certain words and definitions. Now in the Hebrew it says Yazarai Allah, got that in the Assyrian script, and that's how you would really pronounce that. Now it says, what they got here, it says God souls, which basically that's just them kind of twisting the definition, because really it will break down as Yah, He, and Zarai as seed, and then Allah being power. So when you look here, it says in English, to sow, yielding, sower, bearing, conceive, seed, set. So it will basically break down as He is the seed of the power, So basically, I'll go to the next scripture. This is Jeremiah 17:4. And thou even thyself shall discontinue from thine heritage that I gave thee. When did that happen? When we went into hardcore captivity. And that only happened to the children of Israel, which is you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans. There's no other nation on the planet that lost their heritage due to being in hardcore captivity or bondage. Alright? So it says, and thou even thyself shalt discontinue from thy heritage that I gave thee, and I will cause thee to serve thy enemies in the land which thou knowest not, for ye have kindled a fire in my anger, which shall burn forever. Alright, so, the transatlantic slave trade and being dispersed throughout the four corners of the earth, that was that fulfillment of prophecy. And there's several other scriptures to go through, and we're going to keep bringing out the truth according to Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, despite, these devils, wanting to come up against it, So, this is Psalm 62, verse 4. They consult to cast him down from his excellency. They delight in lies. They bless with their mouth, but they curse inwardly. Salah. Alright, so that's the thing. That's the whole basis of them persecuting us for bringing out the truth. And this is basically only just the beginning, just to cast us down from our excellency. You know. So this is yeah. All right, yeah, this is Psalms 50 and 21. These things hast thou done, and I kept silence. Thou thoughtest that I was altogether such a one as thyself. Right, because I mean these so-called white people thought that who are the Edomites according to the Bible, thought that the Most High was with them and that they was basically never going to be found to be liars as far as who the children of Israel are, and thought that they wasn't going to receive their judgment. But you know, Most High basically is not going to be mocked. So basically, all of these things is coming to pass to basically show them to be liars. But I will reprove thee and set them in order before thine eyes. And that's exactly what's happening. You know, basically the elect of Israel is being set in order before their eyes, and there's nothing that they can do about it. So, you know, your other brothers, I mean, you can catch a glimpse of this video, you know, and see what type of bullshit that they're talking about, and just know that there's probably gonna be more videos of them trying to persecute the truth, basically. So with that, you know, I'm gonna give all praises and honor to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai. Hope this was edifying to you, Akim, out there, and just know that basically this truth is getting out, and these devils is pretty much gonna find a way to come against it, and soon it'll probably end up leading to the famine of the word real soon, when the elites start to get involved to try to shut this truth down. But by then it's going to be too late, and the elect, which is the 144,000, is still going to be sealed, and America's still going to be destroyed. So these devils can do whatever the fuck they want to do. So with that, I say shalom.